What's going on, everyone? TJ Fitness News Reviews, and together with me today,
Glaxon SPECIMEN pre-workout.
people. I'm gonna take you through the label of this thing, then I'm gonna share with you my personal experience using this one over the last probably 4 or 5 days for 4 or 5 times. And then towards the end of the video, I'm gonna give you my final verdict. Who is this one for? Should you give a shit? Let's get right into it. Okay guys, so Glaxon, even though I think they're a new company, they've been releasing a lot of products recently and they've been getting quite a lot of attention. So, and I really like what they're doing as far as the design of the products. They have this supplement channel with this dude, Joy Savage, I'm assuming it's a stage name, that does all kinds of supplement reviews or ingredients reviews actually mostly. Really cool stuff, really like the branding, like their Instagram page, like everything around what they're doing from a marketing perspective. Looks cool as fuck, people. Cool as fuck. Anyway, they have a couple of pre-workouts actually. They have this one, Specimen, which I think is their flagship, and they have another one called GFY, which I hope I'll review some point in the channel. They have also a nootropic, they have a greens product, they have a bunch of other stuff, which I'll get to at some point. I actually have their nootropic here. I've been using it. Stay tuned for that one. Anyway, long story short, Specimen pre-workout. So this is supposed to be a high steam pre-workout. This is supposed to be like almost like an almost steam junkie pre-workout. And when you look at the label, and stay tuned for the end of the label, you're gonna understand why this is positioned that way. Okay, so let me take you through the label of this thing and let's try to understand what makes this high steam, who is this for. So let's start with the fact that there's 42 servings of half a scoop. So 21 servings of 1 scoop. And they do say start with half a scoop, but everybody says start with half a scoop, right? I'm going to tell you why you might want to start with half a scoop if you decide to go with this one. But listen, here's the thing. They also say, by the way, consume 45 to 60 minutes prior to exercise. Seriously? 60 minutes prior to exercise? What the fuck? People, seriously, okay. Ignore that, by the way. I'm already telling you, consume that 10 minutes before the exercise. But anyway, long story short, let's get into the label. Okay, so as far as the vitamins and the stuff around it, there's a bunch of hydration ingredients, which I actually like. They're in okay quantities, not crazy quantities, but okay quantities. So it's not going to have like a serious effect. But then they have all the vitamins. One of the vitamins I do want you to pay attention to is the niacin one, vitamin B3. Listen, so there's 50 milligrams of it in a full scoop. Now, if you've ever had like this pre-workout that gives you these flashes, like skin flashes, you get all red and itchy on the knees and the elbows, then that's niacin. Usually you would see it in a pre-workout in like 12 milligrams or something like that. 50 milligrams, 75 milligrams, 100 milligrams I've seen will cause you flashes if you're sensitive to niacin. I personally am sensitive to niacin. I'm going to talk about that experience later on. Generally speaking, there's a lot of benefits to niacin, like health benefits. I just don't get why people put a lot of it in a pre-workout. The benefits, most of the benefits, you need to saturate the body and take it on a consistent basis. You're not going to do that with a pre-workout anyway. And there's people like myself who are going to get the side effects. I think this is a bad choice, honestly, Glaxon. I would get rid of this shit. But anyway, like I said, the hydration. Then you have beta-alanine at 3.2 grams. That's for 1 scoop. And then you have beta-9 hydrous at 1.5 grams. We've seen more of that in other pre-workouts, you know, like 2.5 grams and others. That's supposed to help you with muscle power output and some muscle protein synthesis. Taurine at 1 gram, that's okay. You know, taurine is an all-arounder, so it's very hard to actually say what it really does. You see 2 grams, you see half a gram, you see 1 gram. 1 gram is sort of the minimal. People say clinical dose. There's no clinical dose for taurine because it does so many. It's like a miniature contributor. So we're going to skip that. Then you have glycerol at 1 gram. So glycerol at 1 gram, so that's glycerol. It's supposed to help you with muscle volumization. So basically, it's supposed to help you getting swollen pumps. Now, usually when you put something with glycerol, it clumps really hard. This one doesn't clump, I'm already telling you. So that's okay. Now, on the other side, that's not a lot of glycerol. Like we see 2 grams, 2.5 grams, 3 grams. 1 gram is on the lower end of the glycerol spectrum. And that's it basically for pumps, by the way. Only the glycerol for pumps. Then you have caffeine anhydrous at 400 milligrams on the 2 scoops version. So that's that's an okay amount. Obviously, it's not a crazy amount, but it's a high amount. 300 milligrams is a good enough amount for most of humanity. And I would say obviously for beginners, 400 milligrams is going to be a lot. For me, it's obviously okay, but I'm just saying it's not a small amount. Then you have on top of that, what they have for focus, they have cholinase, which is a combination of alpha GPC, choline bititrate, and vitacholine. Basically, and they have it at a smaller amount, 300 milligrams. So listen, let's say alpha GPC, when you see it independent in a pre-workout for focus, you see 600 milligrams, 50% yields, let's say 300 milligrams, sometimes 200 milligrams. I don't know how much, like what's the yield here. I'm assuming it's the usual 50%. So you have 300 milligrams. So even the combination, you want to see more, right? So it's a good combination. I like the ingredient in the combination of all three. And there's some research behind it. I would say I'm missing, I would like this to be higher. L-tyrosine at 250 milligrams, that's very little, honestly. Now I get it, it's in the combination with others and labels are just labels, but I'm just saying, label-wise, that's not a lot. Then you have L-theanine at 100 milligrams, so that's okay. That's supposed to help you with the preventing crash, and you have 400 milligrams of caffeine here, so that's a good addition. And I like the ratio, 1:4, 1:3, 1:2, because if you put too much of it, then it tapers off the energy too fast for me. Then you have allostatin at 50 milligrams. We've seen it before, 60 milligrams. 60 milligrams. We've seen it before. It's an energizer. It works well. You know what? I had a hit and miss experience with the pre-workouts that have allostatin. Doesn't mean that it's the allostatin, but I had like stuff that I literally crashed. Like I depressed the shit out of me. And then you have Alpha Yo at 3 fucking milligrams. So that is a lot of Alpha Yo. A lot. For 2 scoops, right? A lot of Alpha Yo. Personally, I would go no more than 2.5 milligrams of Alpha Yo, because even for people like myself that actually like Alpha Yo, 3 milligrams would be a lot. And you would feel the side effects, you know, like the drooling, the cold chills. Some of your guys will get like your heartbeat goes up. Anyway, I think that that's too much, definitely when I compare it to the other shit that's here. And I'm going to talk about my experience. Then you have Yohimbine at 2 milligrams. That's okay. Actually, it's interesting. I would switch this. Have Yohimbine at 3 milligrams and Alpha Yo at 2 milligrams for 2 scoops. I think that's a funky choice, honestly. It's almost like the label is unbalanced, because for most of you people that can't deal with Alpha Yo, you'll have to take half a scoop of this shit. And then even then, if you're sensitive to Alpha Yo, you'll feel it very hard. And half a scoop of this thing, label-wise, is not gonna, like, it's not a good dosed pre-workout. It's just not. And if you go full scoop, yeah, if you go 3/4 of a scoop, you'll get the 2 milligrams of Alpha Yo or 2.5 milligrams of Alpha Yo. So that's sort of there. But then, you know, some of the ingredients you'll get less. Anyway, I don't think that's a good choice, honestly. Like if you're going full on steam junkie, that I like Alpha Yo, but I don't like so much of it. Definitely not with the balance with the other shit. Like, for example, the focus ingredients on 3/4 of a scoop or a half a scoop is going to be super underdosed. Anyway, people, labels are just labels. Let's go into the actual experience. I have Alien Pop as the flavor. It's actually an okay flavor. You know, it's sort of a popsicle type, lemon popsicle type thing. It's good. You're going to be fine. It's a fucking pre-workout. So you're taking 3 milligrams of Alpha Yo. Who the fuck cares about the flavor? Seriously, let's talk about the experience, people. So listen. I think that, you know, Glaxon tried to be innovative with this one, with the combination of shit here, and they definitely put money into this. Like, this is not a cheap formula, but I have to say that this one feels really unbalanced. It's unbalanced. On full serve, and I'm not sensitive to Alpha Yo artists, I'm not very sensitive to Alpha Yo. I felt the Alpha Yo side effects. And I definitely felt the fucking niacin thing with the flashes. So the first 20 minutes of the pre-workout were a nightmare with me scratching, getting red all over the place. By the way, don't wait 50 minutes or an hour before the workout. It hits after 10 minutes. And then you get the energy kick. Don't get me wrong, because 3 milligrams of Alpha Yo, 400 milligrams of caffeine, you're going to get the energy kick. It's actually going to be it's going to be hard hitting energy-wise. But the side effects of 3 milligrams of Alpha Yo, even for me, are too much, right? So you're starting like 30 minutes into your workout. Definitely, if you're sensitive to Alpha Yo, you're going to freaking die on 2 scoops. On a full serve. But if you're even like me or like people that can take it, you're going to start feeling the side effects. Now, on the flip side of that, the focus is like, this is mostly energy, right? And if you can take 3 milligrams of Alpha Yo, then this is going to be a lot of energy. If you're super sensitive to Alpha Yo, you're going to take half a scoop and you're not going to get a lot of the other stuff. From an energy perspective, this hits really hard. It hits hard. From a side effects perspective, the niacin and the alpha-yo side effect on the full scoop was just not, for me, it was too much. And the benefit on the other side, like the focus, mood elevation, it wasn't there. Like I just, you're focusing too much on the side effects rather than focusing on the good stuff. And then on half a scoop, which I did try, this hits you from an energy perspective because of the alpha-yo 1.5 milligrams, but you're not getting anything else. And as far as the pumps, also I think very mediocre experience. It's not mind-blowing experience. It's more than what it looks on the label, but it's not a great experience. I think overall, people, this one tried to be innovative, which I totally get. And I totally like the branding and stuff like that, but I think it's unbalanced, people. I just think it's unbalanced. Sorry, people, this is unbiased, unsponsored, unfiltered opinion. Listen, people, listen. If you like alpha-yo and you can take 3 milligrams of alpha-yo, no problem, then give this one a shot. I'm actually going to link to the product page on Fitness News below where you can compare prices from all over the web. Listen, people, if this review was helpful in your Glaxon labs, I don't know if there's labs there, Glaxon Specimen pre-workout decision-making process, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here. We help you make smart decisions about the supplements that you buy.